Sometimes there's monsters, sometimes there's money. Rarely both. That's the life.
Is everyone's favorite monster hunter, Geralt of Rivia, laying down his sword and stepping down from the show? Why is Henry Cavill against the Netflix producers, and what are his conditions to support the vision of the 7 seasons planned for the show? Here's how the loyal fans of the show are trying to keep the dream of Henry-led Witcher alive. So what exactly is going on? And how far are fans willing to go to retain the wielder of the sword's destiny? In today's video, we will be talking about the casting change and what it means for the future of the series.
Find Geralt of Rivia. He is your destiny.
She is your destiny. It's time to move on, Geralt. It's time for you to find what you let go of.
The TV show is an adaptation of Andrzej Sapkowski's book series created by Lauren Schmidt-Hystrich for Netflix. The Witcher is a fantasy adventure film set in a fictional medieval-inspired kingdom known as the Continent. It stars Henry Cavill as the dashing Geralt of Rivia, Anya Chalotra as Yennefer of Vengerberg, and Freya Allan as the beautiful Princess Ciri. The series has garnered the attention of millions of viewers over its 2 seasons of running. It was so popular that in just 1 month, 76 million people watched it on Netflix, setting a new record for the most watched Netflix series. With only 2 seasons completed and a third on the way, the show has already built a devoted and massive fan base, so large that many have speculated that it may rival the famous Harry Potter fan base. However, this massive success and acceptance it has found in its audience might as well be its downfall, as the series says goodbye to the Witcher himself and replaces him with a new actor. But the question is, what could have caused Henry to leave? Is there anyone suitable enough to replace him, and who could it possibly be? What really happened? Most times, when a show loses an actor as good as Henry, the producers are usually to blame, and this time, fans speculate that might be the case. Netflix changed the story of the novels and video games in the last season, and was looking to move even further away from the source material in the following seasons. According to Cavill's own statements, there had been an internal struggle for several years between the famous actor, who was a big fan and admirer of the video games, and Andrzej Sapkowski novels. I really enjoy playing these kinds of games and reading these kinds of books in my spare time. I don't think of it as a job. For me, it's more of an extraordinary opportunity to live out my childhood and adult life fantasies. That's why it's one of those things that I enjoy, and it's not hard for me to get into character.
I wouldn't necessarily say anyone else, but I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill had stated several times his struggle to stay true to the source material. I'm a big fan of the books, and I stay true to them. He also guaranteed to continue with the role on one condition. I'll stay on board as long as we can keep telling great stories that honor Sapkowski's work. However, the last season of the series had completely changed the source material with a story very different from Sapkowski's books, incorporating as the main villain a character that does not exist at all in the novels or video games. Now, many fans have taken Henry's words to heart and think that, as a big fan of the show, Henry might not have liked how the producers handled it. This is because the show is so different from the book that fans want the writers fired, but we'll get into that in a minute. Another reason Henry is leaving is because of the tight acting schedule of both The Witcher and The Man of Steel. As is to be expected, evil never sleeps, so heroes never rest. Therefore, this hero had to pass on his sword to the brother of Thor, the Australian actor Liam Hemsworth, in order for him to fully don the red cape. However, fans weren't going down without a fight, and this put the series in trouble, so much so that Liam Hemsworth had something to say. The change of cast has annoyed fans so much that they took a page straight out of the Game of Thrones playbook and opened a petition to retain the actor. The petition was titled, "Netflix, you must keep Henry Cavill as the Witcher and replace the writer instead." It has gained, as of the time of this video, over 300,000 signatures and is rapidly growing strong. This put Liam Hemsworth in a weird and unfavorable position. So much so that on an Instagram post, Liam admired that Cavill handed him the role of Geralt of Rivia and claimed that some fans support him, while others have shown nothing but displeasure. Poor guy. He didn't even get a chance to try, he wrote. The internet is still buzzing with fear for the series, mostly because Henry is leaving. Twitter and Reddit have especially become saturated with threads and subreddits. You have many commenting things like, "Very disappointing. I will no longer be watching it if this is true. What a waste. You can't replace Henry." He is the heart of the show. Henry poured his heart and soul into the series. He was so dedicated that at one point, he tore his hamstring while doing his own stunt, putting his whole career as an action movie actor in jeopardy. Either way, it was all worth it because he did such an extraordinary job bringing a fan-favorite character to life. He did so well that the fans are prepared to go to war with the studio if he isn't convinced to stay. We wonder what will happen next.